Morning from Kentucky. This is like, well, okay, so you're wanting to start a homestead. You've got your land and such like that. And you're trying to debate on, you know, cow for milk or goats for milk. Oh, I'm sure there's others out there for milk. Like I know of some people that milk sheep. But my decision originally was I went with goats. One, they're smaller. Even the big ones, the standard size, like I ended up with Nubians, are way smaller than even a mini cow. Since I have an issue with cow's milk, that's another reason why I went with goat's milk. Because their milk is naturally homogenized, meaning that the fat globules are smaller and easier for our systems to digest. That and the fact that the biggest doe is under 200 pounds. So versus a mini cow, which would be what, about 500 pounds? Because I know larger cows range about 1,000 to 1,200 pounds. So I can move my goats myself. I don't have to have help with moving my goats around. Also, second thing is the babies are so much cuter. Seriously, they are. Plus, I can pick up a baby goat on my own without requiring help. Hey guys. So I didn't go with the dwarf. I mean, there's different breeds of goats as well. Your Saanens, which are the queen of quantity. That was my very first goat I got. Hey guys, where you going? Yeah, very first goat I got was a Saanen, and she produced. While I milk shared with her her two babies, she still produced a gallon of milk a day for me, and it tasted like just like the 2% milk that you buy in this grocery store. Unfortunately, it was harder with her milk because it is low in the fat. So it was harder to do other things that I wanted to do, like making yogurt and cheeses and stuff. But it was great drinking milk, and I got a lot of it. I went with Nigerians because somebody told me that they have the higher butterfat content, well, the higher fat content, and they do. It's just I needed more than 2 to 6 cups of milk a day. And so I had a friend that sold me a doling, Nubian doling, and I absolutely fell in love with it. Of course, I fell in love with the long ears, the Roman nose, and hi, it's over there. There they are. And I've kind of stuck with the Nubians ever since. I get a nice quantity of milk, even with milk sharing. Like Purdy here, she had triplets, and she's keeping all 3 fed. I haven't started milking her yet because I want to make sure the babies, I mean, they're not even a month old, so I want to make sure the babies get all the milk and stuff that they need. And then here, pretty quick this week, I will be putting the babies up at night and milking in the morning, and then the babies will spend all day on mom. That's when I say milk share, I'm milk sharing with the babies. That reduces the cost. I don't have to bottle feed. I don't have to buy the formula or anything like that. So, or make up my own formula out of cow's milk and such. I want my babies to be as healthy as possible. But anyway, back to why I decided for goats. Another reason is when I first got my Saanen, I was basically clueless. Growing up, I never thought I was going to have goats. So when she started pulling poison ivy out of the siding of the house I was renting, I freaked out. I thought she was going to die. Then I found out, no, goats love poison ivy, and they do. They love poison ivy, poison oak, pretty much every invasive, plus some other things that you might want to keep. But they're multifloral roses, your thorny black blackberries. And so, I mean, if you want to keep those, don't let your goats near them. They will demolish a whole blackberry patch. Clear it up. But that was another reason why I went with goats, is they eat things that your horses and your cows and even sheep don't eat. By the way, sheep are grazers and goats are browsers. Right now, yeah, they're eating some of the green, and they will. It's not usually their first choice, but right now everything's brown in the trees. There's no leaves and such like that. All the trees are hibernating, so there's really no nutritional value in any of that. So they're eating that. But so that's kind of why I decided to go with goats. There's, parasites you need to watch for. Proper pasture management is a must. If you plan on dry lotting, your milk will probably taste different. And I get a lot of, how many goats you got now? I have very few. If you have less than 20 goats, you have very few. Just saying. You can't just have one. Anyhow, I'll leave it with that. That's why I decided to go with goats. And good luck in your search and your decisions. Ta-ta from Kentucky. See y'all later, YouTubers.